So a big thank you to Sherri Freedman, who's the Chief Development Officer from the Princess Margaret Cancer Foundation. She's joining us today for Cooking in the Kitchen with Pancreatic Cancer Canada. And we're so happy to have her here helping us prepare this meal.
I'm so thrilled to be here. It's fantastic.
All right.
Sherri, how did you get involved with the foundation? What kind of attracted you to getting involved with cancer care?
So I've been a fundraiser my whole career, and I was actually working at another healthcare institution just down the road, and I got recruited to come to the foundation, and I met with our CEO, Paul Alofs, and within about 10 minutes, I thought this is a fantastic place, and I want to be part of this. And that was 10 years ago, and I feel very, very lucky to be here. Everybody in the foundation has a connection to cancer. A lot of our team are here today, as a matter of fact, and we have the most fantastic team of people working to help conquer cancer in our lifetime, and so really it's a joy to work here every day.
Oh, that's fabulous. We're so lucky to have you on board, helping to make sure programs across all of the different cancer sites are taking place. So there's lots of opportunities for people to learn and for advances to be made in the science as well.
Absolutely, and I think there's many exciting and inspiring things, but working with both patients, and we get to meet lots of patients and their family members, and also the amazing doctors and researchers. I mean, they are phenomenal and so dedicated and relentlessly curious. And I think that's what's going to help us make a difference in the end.
Absolutely. That's the key.
And people like you and Geremy, too, who are doing related things to really help people with quality of life, because that's part of it, too.
That's so important.
So thank you.
Yeah,
thank you both.
Thank you. All right.
Finding a cure and eating well at the same time.
Ready for the next one?
Let's do it.
Okay,
so this is our ELLICSR Caesar salad with chicken.
So we're gonna make a dressing. It's gonna be a tofu-based dressing. It might not seem as appetizing.
I love tofu.
But this is I love it because it's very fast. It's very quick. You get the same flavors as you would in the Caesar salad. But a classic traditional Caesar salad, you would be using raw egg.
That's right.
And so we want to make something that has no raw product in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so from a food safety point of view, you can imagine if your immune system is already fighting cancer, trying to heal from some of your treatments or just get through your treatment, it's already very busy. You don't want to add another kind of insult to it by introducing some bacteria from raw eggs. You want your body to focus on what's most important. So when you're immune compromised, whether it's chemotherapy you're going through or healing after a surgery, it's really, really important to eat foods that are, well cooked, to pay attention to the cleanliness of your kitchen, and to avoid some of the higher risk foods like, going out for sashimi, maybe not during that time, and raw eggs for sure. You want to make sure your eggs are well cooked. So the tofu is a really nice way to get the creaminess.
Sure.
And you're also getting some good nutrition from the soy, like protein. And I'm also going to be talking about some of the other nutritional benefits that are specific to pancreatic cancer.
So Sherri, why don't you start adding the ingredients in here?
Sure.
Again, it's that simple. So we're going to start off. This is soft tofu, or you can get silken tofu.
Should I use a spoon or something, or just dump it
over?
in?
We're adding the whole package in there. There you go.
Nice.
Perfect.
Yay! It's like I'm 5.
Yeah.
Way to go.
Now, the silken tofu, that soft tofu is very soft, very creamy.
Yeah.
That's going to be the base for our salad dressing. And like Christy mentioned,
Should I keep going?
Yeah, keep going. So actually, we'll squeeze some lemon in there.
Okay. Oh, I like this.
Now the lemon juice, the amount of it is optional to as much as you can tolerate. If you like a little more acidity, definitely go for more lemon juice. If not, you can just add the outside, the zest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can squeeze that one in there too.
We're going full lemon.
Yeah, it's a tiny lemon.
Woo!
Half of it's on me now, that's all right.
Close your eyes while you do this part.
Perfect.
Okay.
Now, next ingredient, we can go with, Parmesan.
What do you think?
So Parmesan cheese. And so, you got it?
Yeah, I think so.
Now this, very classic in Caesar salad for a number of reasons, but one main one, and we mentioned it before, Can we say it again? What's
Umami.
We're doing some mouth-watering dishes.
Yes.
Oh,
So
it smells
Parmesan cheese is loaded with umami. So again, you're
Oh,
gonna
that's
find
good. Wow.
you're gonna find a lot of that savoriness, that flavor that comes out of Parmesan cheese. And another ingredient that is typically found in Caesar salad dressing. Does anyone know? It's a very tiny fish. You got
Yeah,
it.
good.
Anchovies. So anchovies
Anchovies.
are another very high umami, very savory ingredient, and the combination of the two is what gives you that really,
do we
really
think?
memorable. That's
Is that
perfect.
good?
That's perfect.
That looks awesome.
It gives you that very memorable Caesar salad dressing flavor.
So you may or may not want to use it.
Yes.
If you're going through chemotherapy or you're feeling a little bit nauseous, then the smell of anchovies probably isn't your best bet.
know what?
So we're going to use something else to replace the anchovies. If you do want to try them, the option is there on your recipe. But we're going to add our favorite sauce that I can never pronounce.
Worcestershire.
I just say W sauce.
We call it
like
W
that.
sauce
W
around here.
sauce.
'cause
We
we're
have
not
so many
exactly
bottles
sure.
of this in our fridge. We never use it, and somehow we keep buying it.
Yeah.
And my parents have bottles of it too. I don't get it.
It
You're gonna
always
make a lot of Caesar salad
multiplies in your
dressing.
fridge.
I
No.
guess.
So-
Or you think it doesn't go bad, so you have it and it's 10 years old. It's still in your
It's
fridge,
still-
and it's a full bottle.
Yeah.
And you don't want to throw it out.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
it'll last. It'll last. So about a tablespoon of that. So Worcestershire W sauce.
Is that good?
A little bit more.
More?
A little bit more.
Oh, good.
Because
We're going to use up the bottle.
One of the main
Clean out the
one of
fridge.
the main components in brewing this sauce is
Umami. More? Do you think?
it has umami, but the ingredient
The
itself.
front row is now directing
Yes,
me, just
yes,
so you
there you
know.
go. That's
So, thank you.
It's anchovies. Actually, anchovies is one of the main ingredients
Can't
in
see.
But it doesn't
Worcestershire
smell.
sauce. It doesn't
fishy
smell
like
like
a
yes.
sauce, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what gives you
If
that
somebody in the
flavor.
front row holds the bottle, maybe I could read it. It's so small.
Trust me, it's on
It's
there.
there.
I
We
can't even
believe
see
you.
it. A little bit of Dijon mustard. So again, we're adding flavor, lots of flavor here.
Oh
right?
no! Good thing we have aprons.
Ooh.
So it's there for. Oh, that you're gonna have to squeeze.
I am. I'm just.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And one of
There
the
you go.
common misconceptions that I hear from patients and even from some health professionals about nutrition and pancreatic cancer is people think, oh,
Yeah.
you know, because
good.
of
I'm
my
rubbing it
surgery
in.
or
Yeah, it's
because
good.
of my treatment, I'm not able to digest fats as well. And that's true. But people end up avoiding fat entirely because they don't want the greasy or fatty foods to, you know, go right through them and not be able to digest that. But what you can do if you're noticing you're not absorbing fat very well and you're having digestive problems, talk to your doctor because you can take pancreatic enzymes. So all you need to do is take the enzymes with your meal and you can enjoy fat because fat makes our food taste good. It's going to be in our lovely cheeses and some of the other things we're using. And more importantly, it's a concentrated source of energy. So we talked about putting that drizzle of olive oil on our soup. Just a tablespoon of olive oil, you're getting 120 calories. So that's like eating a big piece of bread. So you can imagine if your appetite is small, which is going to be easier for you to have? A drizzle of that or a piece of bread alongside your soup? The bread might be too overwhelming, right? So it's okay to have the fat. You don't want to go out for fish and chips and have like a big greasy meal, but some healthy amounts of fat here and there are an important part of your diet.
Now this is an ingredient that I listed on there. It is completely optional. I find that it does contain a lot of flavor, so sometimes I do add it to dressings and sauces. This is nutritional yeast. Who's heard of nutritional yeast before? Some people.
Okay, yeah.
So this you can find a lot of health food
food
stores
store.
have it for sure. A lot of
Bulk
grocery
store
store,
has
bulk
it now.
stores
Yeah.
will have it. This is inactive. It's not alive like your baker's yeast.
Yeah, don't try to bake with this
No,
one.
this will not
It'll
work.
take
It's
a
more
long
for cooking.
time.
You're
Yes.
right.
More for cooking. And if you can smell it, it has almost like a nutty cheesiness.
And a lot of
To
vegan
it.
recipes, you'll see this used to make like a cheese sauce that doesn't actually have
So will
dairy.
this thicken? Is the
It's
what is
it's
the?
gonna give it a little bit of texture, sure,
Okay.
but it's more for the flavor.
Okay.
It just adds that sort of, again, that savoriness, that cheesiness. That's really nice. It is completely optional. Yes, question.
What's the difference between that and brewer's yeast?
So brewer's yeast is alive, it's active, so that is what gives the rise in baked goods and turns liquids into fermented beverages and beer. This is it's not active.
Nutrition-wise, it's different.
Nutrition-wise, yeah, there you go.
You're getting a lot of B vitamins in your nutritional yeast. So the name kind of gives you a hint. There's something more to it. It's not just that,
good.
rising action with this. You're getting B vitamins, which help turn your food into energy. So important for metabolism. Some brands have vitamin B12, which is really important for healthy red blood cells. Not every brand does, but you can actually look at the label and see. Or do some research online to check that out.
Perfect. So,
We're going to mix it.
all
I
yours.
can tell.
Now you can thin it out if you want. If it's too thick, I like a nice rich dressing, so I actually like the texture the way it is.
You want me to stop?
That's perfect.
Oh. I didn't
Sorry?
have to.
If you wanted to thin it out,
Oh, yep.
So if you want it, you can add a little bit of water. If you just want it completely neutral, you can add a little more olive oil for sure. Or you can taste it. If it needs a little more acidity, you want a little more acid, you can add a little more lemon juice or a little bit of vinegar as well.
What if you put like milk or almond milk in it?
Almond milk.
Yeah.
Creaminess.
Ooh.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Almond milk sounds good.
So there's our dressing.
It looks great.
It smells almost like a
Smells
Caesar
incredible.
dressing.
It smells good and not too strong,
Not too-
so it doesn't
not too powerful.
overpower you.
Absolutely. So this is, keep it in the fridge. This is a great substitute like for Caesar salad, whatever you're making. We're gonna double the usage. So we're making chicken. We're gonna actually use it as part of the marinade.
Okay.
So you can use whatever you want. I prefer chicken thighs. I like the flavor, a little more moist. It's cheaper too, but definitely you can go for the breast. Either way.
They're a little bit higher in fat, which if you're having trouble getting enough calories, it's better to go for the thigh than the breast. And like Geremy said, the fat makes them taste great. And for some of my cancer patients who might have mouth sores or you might be suffering from a bit of a dry mouth as a side effect of some of your medications, having food with a little bit more fat can also make that
Easier.
chewing and swallowing a lot easier too.
For sure. And so cover it like you would any marinade. Leave it for at least 15 minutes in the fridge. Leave it longer if you want. And what's nice about it is if you're doing like a nice crispy breadcrumb on the outside, it has a natural adhesive. So you don't have to do egg wash, flour,
yeah. Oh, that's
all of
good.
this stuff.
That makes a mess.
Forget it.
Yeah.
So at this point, again, if you want to season it some more, we've got some nice sage
Oh, that's good.
on top. And then, I don't know how messy you want to
No,
get.
I can do it. I'm here for the full experience. Whatever you need me to
That's
do.
the spirit.
Yes,
Dive right in.
yes.
So-
And this is a good food safety
I've done the
tip,
surgical
right?
Yes.
scrub and everything.
That's right.
Yes.
You want the raw chicken hand and the non-raw chicken hand.
Yeah. So you can just massage it around.
Massage
Oh,
it.
sorry.
Sure.
Massage it around. Coat the bread onto the
I
pan.
took off my ring and everything.
There you go.
Oh, good. You're
yeah.
ready.
Yeah, look,
So
this is nice.
while Sherri
Feels
does
good.
that,
This is therapeutic for the person making it. It feels very nice, yes.
And this is always when the phone rings or something.
Yeah.
Let it go to voicemail. You don't want to be spreading any of that bacteria on your phone and getting sick later.
and so we're gonna pair this with some nice sweet potato. So we have
is
some nice
nice.
cubed sweet potato
Yeah.
here.
It looks good.
Love sweet potato, and they have sweet potato in the grocery store now already prepped for you. So if you again, like Christy mentioned, fatigue, or if you just didn't feel like going through, or you just don't have the time, you can definitely get that pre-cut sweet
I've seen it
potato.
with butternut squash too, where
Yes.
it's already roasted and it's ready to go.
Yeah.
So that would
Feels
be
like
great.
a specialized kind of a manicure. Too.
It's great for
I
your
feel I'm
skin.
gonna have
charge
like the skin on my hands is gonna be really
Absolutely.
smooth.
They charge a
Absolutely.
lot
The
for this
silken
at your
tofu.
spa. That's
It's
right.
the tofu, I
That's
think.
right.
Yeah, no, it's good.
And with soy, I get a lot of questions about soy and cancer.
we
It's one of
doing
those other
this?
kind
Yeah,
of
just do a
buzz
couple and then put
foods.
here and then-
The good thing about soy is, first of all, plant-based. Having kind of more plant foods in our diet is really important for preventing cancer. But there was a study looking at genistein, which is one of the isoflavones or one of the plant nutrients that's found in soybeans. And in a study, it was shown that it helps types of chemotherapy that are commonly used in pancreatic cancer to be more effective. So it kind of works together with the chemo. And what we think is happening based on cell studies, so in a little test tube when you have the pancreatic cancer cells, and you put this soy extract with them, it prevents the pancreatic cancer cells from growing and spreading, and also causes them to self-destruct. So the healthy cells are fine, and the pancreatic cancer cells are destroyed by this soy compound. So again, test tube isn't always the same as what happens in our bodies, but people have been eating it for hundreds and hundreds of years with a lower risk of many types of cancer. So it is a healthy food to enjoy in your diet.
So see, when you have a sous chef handy,
Ta-da!
stay nice and clean.
It's that
Yeah.
easy.
She did a
I'm waiting
fantastic
for the
job.
part where you open the oven and
Yes.
it's all done already.
That's the
That's
best
the
part.
best
of it.
part, right?
So this is going to go into the oven, 425 degrees Fahrenheit. So we're going to put them together, and we're going to bake them for about 20 minutes, 25 minutes, till you get a really nice golden brown. And then at that point is when you can add your romaine lettuce.
Wow.
And I just have some wedges, and I just put it right on top of the sweet potato, back into the oven, and let it finish for another 15 minutes. You would not think to heat or cook lettuce, but it develops this really, really
Delish.
nice flavor and texture.
And it's easier to digest, right? When
There you
cook
go.
your vegetables, you break down some of those fibers. So it's easier on our stomachs, it's easier on our digestive systems. And you might have thought, oh, salad isn't really a comfort food. The soup that we did, yes, because it's nice and warm. It's a liquid, it helps us get more fluids. People often choose soup as their comfort food when you're not feeling well. But this Caesar salad with the roasting, you're really creating a nice, warm, festive meal. And it's a complete meal because we have our protein from the chicken, we're having a bit of carbohydrate from our sweet potato croutons, and the panko or the breadcrumb crust. And the presentation
Wow.
is absolutely
Wow.
beautiful.
Right, so
Yeah.
we got some of that grilled lettuce on there. This is a nice sort of family style presentation that you can do.
It's
Few
nice
pieces of
when you
chicken.
can make something on one cookie sheet.
Exactly.
Because I was saying to Christy, like if you're just cooking for one person or two people, you know, you don't necessarily want everything. You don't want to use every utensil and pan and cookie sheet in your kitchen.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's one of the common things people say. I don't want to cook
gorgeous.
for myself because it's too much cleanup. So by doing everything, you know, any kind of one pot, one pan meal such as this one, minimal dishes, and you can put down some parchment paper so that you're not really scrubbing on that
This is
baking sheet.
gorgeous.
Right, and so that's a little different. You can reserve some of that dressing.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Just
Good. So I'm just going to
everywhere.
take that home for
There you
dinner
go.
tonight. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
Okay. 'cause
No,
I
you have to
think-
make it yourself.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Well, you did make part of this one.
There you go. So that's
Beautiful.
our festive take on a
There's some
chicken
questions.
Caesar. Yes, question.
Geremy,
Yes.
is the romaine easier to digest after it's been roasted than when it's plain?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Absolutely.
So that's a great
Yes.
question. The question was, is the romaine lettuce easier to digest if you cook it versus when it's raw? Yes. So that's true of any vegetable. When you cook it, you're breaking down some of the starches. So for a lot of people that have kind of digestive concerns, I always recommend that they go for more of the cooked vegetables versus just the raw. You're not going to lose too much of the nutrients, and you're breaking down some of that starch. So you're going to be able to eat more veggies. And we went with, you know, some lower fiber options as well, so that you're not filling up too fast on fiber. Yeah.
The kale be substitute for the lettuce.
Absolutely,
Oh, that's a good
yeah. So if there was a different green that you wanted to use, you absolutely could. You'll see recipes like this with radicchio where they grill
Yeah.
it or bake it. If you wanted to do kale, I would probably put it in earlier because it takes longer to cook.
Yeah, you can put it in a little earlier. And yeah, whatever. I mean, if you enjoy kale and you can eat kale, definitely go with kale for sure. Yeah. So that's our second recipe.
Wow.
Beautiful.